men pushed off the turrets until they grab it. And the Nexus turret almost about to go down. Alliance has too much on their plate to consider. That's the fight. The control onto left. They are able to take him down. Danagorn. Oh my God! Alliance down.
Welcome everybody to the Mercedes-Benz ATK Championships League of Legends Champion Series, powered by Elgato and MSI. Today we are getting ready to go into a game of ATK versus Zion. It's going to be super exciting, super keen to see. And yeah, what are you thinking, Creepy?
Right, I mean, this is the first game we're actually finally getting to see ATK play. Up to this point, I think this is week 4, and we're not yet to see the roster in action. On paper, the strongest, if not second strongest team, so we should definitely see an ATK dominated series. But on other news, I believe support ATK Unique finally actually managed to hit the master tier, and it's showing in the lobby. It looks pretty cool. Congrats to him if you guys haven't already noticed.
Wow, yeah, that is amazing. Amazing to see South African players getting super high in the ladder. Yeah, and I'm super excited for this game. Honestly, in terms of ranks, we have mostly, I want to say this is a plat game with 1 gold and 1 unranked, but I'm guessing that unranked is probably just not main account or I don't know, doesn't play ranked. I don't know.
Yeah, he probably plays on an alter console, just isn't playing too much for ranked, not entirely sure. A lot of SA players like to have some secret behind the scenes accounts that they try out champs and whatnot. Other players prefer just to do that last minute push just before finals to kind of get your ranked placement from the previous season, so I'm not too sure on that one. Otherwise, maybe a hidden TFT rank here or there. You know how champ select is?
That's true. That's true. Possible that we have some TFT platinums and not in-game platinums, but exciting to see. And I believe we have seen Zion a while back, but I do think we had subs in, because although I do recall the name Wisp, there is some names here. Jack King Pete, well, I didn't remember.
Right, so
I remember seeing Mancakes.
Last time we casted, I believe, yeah, Pete was subbed out. Wisp played mid lane, as far as I know. I think he's the main starting jungler, but might be seen in mid lane as well, as they have been swapping around, perhaps just with subs. So Pete and Darkside of the bot lane, they've been playing together for about a year or 2 plus, so they are quite a well-named combo. As for how they'll do up against the bot lane from ATK, we'll have to see. Only time will tell. But looking at the teams, I mean, do you have any predictions going into it? You seeing this being quite a quick game, or do you feel like this is going to be more of an ATK really being pushed and tested?
I'd like to see ATK pushed and tested, but if they did their preparations and they did their homework, they should be ready to head into this game and just make it a quick
good
one.
Series. Well, a quick one. Okay, all right. We'll see what happens, but nonetheless, good luck to both sides. May the better team come out on top, and I'm sure we'll see the Champs League picks coming through in just a second. Any foresights, any predictions with regards to picks and bans? Anything particular you see?
Hecarim.
Sure.
We talk about Hecarim's either pick a band. What else are we thinking about picks or bans? Oriana's super high prio in IDC right now. I'm expecting it to show up. Senna. I'm expecting Senna either ban or picked. What else is super top tier?
Lydia,
maybe
perhaps. Lilia.
Lilia. That's a great one as well. Seraphine, maybe even. There's a chance. We can dream.
I know. Certain players in this lobby have been playing a fair amount of Seraphine and solo queue from what we can tell. So perhaps we do get that pick. As for the ATK roster, not entirely sure what they've been playing, because we haven't really actually seen any of their matches. As far as I know, they have won all their games so far up to this point. So that's 2 games a week for 3 weeks, so 6. So this is going on to the 7th match now. So yeah, should be good. High expectations.
Yeah, super excited. I think we're almost halfway through with group stages as well. I believe it's 8 weeks of group stages. Could be wrong though, but yeah.
Has anyone surprised you? Any teams that have stood out that caught your attention that you're watching out for?
That era team that we spectated, I believe, actually against Zion, was a super interesting game that we were expecting to be very one-sided, and it was actually super close. But we're gonna get into Champ Select, so see you guys in just.
Right, we're back. We're live. First ban coming through for the ATK side. It's a Nunu. Is that a troll ban, or is that actually like directed Jungle ban. I know Nunu is or has been quite popular in the past. Haven't really seen him too much recently. Second ban, however, Seraphine.
Or there's like a secret one trick that I'm not aware of.
Yeah, I respect the Seraphine ban as well as the Urgot. So basically, Urgot became really strong top lane about 2 patches ago. Now slightly weaker, but nonetheless still pretty strong, as well as Mancake's kind of milking the Urgot one trick for the top lane to climb his way up to Diamond recently. So good target ban for that one. Fiddlesticks.
It was a bit of an odd one. I mean, we have seen, this was not the Fiddlesticks, but the other Fiddlesticks we saw, I believe, on Sunday or Thursday, somewhere this past week.
It was Wisp playing it, wasn't it?
Was it Wisp? Well, whoever it was, I don't think it was
I'm
Wisp.
pretty sure it was.
Because it fell a little flat on the floor. It was...
yeah, he ganked top lane, died, gave Renekton a double, and from that point, Renekton kind of sprang with the game, if I correctly recall.
I don't remember. Yeah, don't remember. Udia and Shogath coming in as well, though. We did kind of expect the Udia ban, and we see the Sandra part even on the side of ATK. That is super surprising. I thought maybe it was a lower elo team pick, but it seems like everyone is on the Lissandra train.
Yeah, I mean, the last cast that we actually had, I think they had a Lissandra mid lane preference as well, but the switch into the Hecarim, so it wasn't actually locked in. Finally, Hecarim priority pick for ATK, locked in for the jungle. No signs of Mr. Tiger Bearclaw, so I highly doubt we get that top lane Hecarim. The Aunts, on the other hand, Thresh. They've let through Darkside's Thresh. This is his go-to. This is his quote-unquote one trick. It's definitely a cover pick for Darkside, so we should see some quality hooks coming through. Maybe a mistake. My prediction for second game is that Thresh is not getting through Champs Elite.
Yeah, I'm wondering, though, if you show this Thresh pick, it kind of argues Aphelios. Oh, Jinx, yeah. It seems like Aphelios is not the only options, and I think the Jinx is probably better than the Aphelios here. You have a little bit of your own tools to help yourself out with.
Don't know how I feel about a Aphelios first rotation pick. Even if you have the Thresh, very nice combo, but even the Jinx in itself is kind of scary. First picking or blind picking a Jinx, so now we do have that center. Will it be fasting though? Crane hovering Talon?
That's, I think, where the Cho'Gath ban comes in. Senna-Cho is a super strong bot lane, so I'm guessing they were just like, we don't want to deal with Senna-Cho. So they chose to not ban... Oh, it could be a top lane. I know, I've seen it in top, but
that's probably targeted towards top lane ADHD ban. Because I feel like if you're going to ban the Cho'Gath because you're scared of Senna-Cho, you could just ban Senna. Like, there's alternatives. There's these likelihood of, like, Sona. There's Tom Kench. A couple of other cheeky ones you can pair up as well. But we have the Ori pick that you mentioned. Very safe blind pick.
Yeah, and it's super great. It's actually like smurfing in LEC at the moment. Like I think Orianna's got like a disgusting win rate of like 80% or something.
Did something change, or was it just like good in the current meta? Is it just like a staple blind pick, almost the Braum?
I think it's been a sleeper. It's been really sleeper, and then people just realize like it's too good. There's nothing that's good against it.
Yeah, like she doesn't have poor matchups. She has good and just decent matchups. So that makes her a really strong blind pick in the mid lane. So I'm respecting that decision coming through from ATK, as they have locked in either the support or AD carry center, Hecarim for the jungle, and Ori mid lane. Volibear, is that top or jungle?
I think that's a great flex there, so the opportunity is there. The Maokai ban coming out, is that probably support Maokai ban?
Yeah, they're taking away that fasting Maokai center combo. That's quite potent. I've played probably 60 plus games this season actually with that Maokai center personally, so I respect that ban. I like it.
That Silas ban kind of makes me think ATK is thinking about Gnar in the top lane.
I think the Silas ban is just, they have so many strong ultimates to hijack already drafted. You've got the Hecarim ult, you've got sent across the global, plus the Ori shockwave, so just getting Silas out is a good idea. Plus it lets you play the Ornn. Silas is a really good pick into Ornn if it is Volibear jungle, so good foresight coming through.
Yeah, so I'm also thinking there's a chance for Gnar here, because Silas is the counter pick that we've been seeing in the LEC for the Gnar pick, so we should see now what's happening. I think they should take Gnar if you're on the side of Zion.
That's a new one.
Brand mid into Orianna is probably... I think it's probably a counter pick in the mid lane, because Brand does have just as much damage, if not more damage, than Orianna. Probably more.
It's pretty strong as well.
Yeah, so I just think it's like... Yeah, in the pro scene, I haven't found a counter yet. Just Oriana always wins, but here I would love to see Brand.
Oh, the
absolutely-
predictions, the Nor. We did get
Yes,
the
if you
lock
ban the
in.
Silas, you're reading that Nor pick.
No way do we get a Zyra. Not a chance. Imagine, all I'm gonna say is imagine having a master tier support and putting him on Yumi, dude.
Hey, with the Senna, that's a terrible idea. Senna's so bad.
There's no way that gets locked in. Yep, there's the switch to last second Zillion. Interesting.
Although, do you fast with
It's probably,
Senna?
it's
if you have
probably
Zillion?
ADC Senna in this case. I mean, I highly doubt we see Klax playing fasting with the Zillion. Alternatively, you could always switch it up and put Unique on Senna and Zillion on Klax. Not too sure. I don't feel like Zillion particularly great in the meta right now, but it can work in a certain comp. In this case, they have that gotta go fast speed pony comp. Zillion boost of the AD for Hecarim plus, for example, like Ori speed up plus the delivery system, so you can see what ATK is kind of going for. Perhaps just winning lanes. I actually kind of like the Yorick pick. I feel like Yorik's stupidly strong with the Triforce last couple of patches, so I feel like he is like the Elgato kind of sleeper OP.
Yeah, I also got buffed this patch actually.
Was it this patch?
No, Triforce got buffed this patch. So yeah, it was recently. They, instead of just having attack speed buffs and your legendaries giving your mythic passive just attack speed, it now gives, I think, movement speed, attack speed, and AD or something like that. And yeah, I think this Hecarim Oriana is a super strong combo that we've been seeing all over the place. The Gnar, super popular. Honestly, yeah, I'm just thinking, like, does Yorick actually win the 1v1 against the Gnar?
I don't think he should.
And I want to say, exactly. And then it's like, you don't out team fight him. So you're kind of forcing yourself to out split push them, even though the rest of your comp kind of wants to fight.
Yeah.
So the Yorick feels a bit weird.
I agree with you on that one. Yorick kind of does not like to group at all. I don't think team fight Yorick is even a possibility. So he's the kind of champion who wants to brainlessly push through top lane, create pressure, and win that 1v1. So I'd like to see ATK play weak side bot lane, keep Hecarim top side of the map, constantly playing for Gnar and try snowball through that. But at the same time, we should have a similar condition for Wisp, as I feel like bot lane, both teams just scaling super hard. That center infinite scaling plus Zillion giving him like experience, so naturally is winning through going even almost. At the same time, Pete Jinx is a champion that likes to as well play towards those like mid to late game items, needs the spike to start doing damage. As for team fight 5v5, what are your thoughts for who wins the straight up 5v5?
Yeah, so I think in a straight up 5v5, it's relatively obvious that Zion loses because of the value that Yorick brings is relatively low. But if he's split pushing correctly, which is exactly what he should be doing if he's picked this champion, we shouldn't see any 5v5s, but he should be getting towers on the other side of the map. And yeah, I think like the Senna Jinx actually have very similar ranges, unless like Senna gets hyper fed.
Yeah, Senna gets
Soul.
Infinite scaling on her range though, you gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah, so unless she gets hyper fed on souls, it should be relatively even for most of the game. And then I mean, Zillion kind of neglects the Thresh Volibear because Thresh Volibear want to catch, and you can't catch if Zillion's going to ulti. Yeah, and Hecarim just has two great targets to be running down with his pony with an Oriana ball.
I definitely feel like this bot lane has Zion like potential in the early stages. Zillion, especially level 1, incredibly weak. If you can manage to break his combo up, if you get him to waste his Q, or if he misses, you can quite easily just look to flash, flay hook, or flash like flay. So it's kind of Zion need to apply the pressure. They cannot play this bot lane safe, in my opinion. But
Agreed.
We'll see what happens. I mean, like we said before, on paper, I believe ATK being a slightly higher rank in comparison, but overall, we'll have to see what happens. Something else to keep in mind is that this ATK roster, with the exclusion of Crane, has been playing together for many a season, so they're quite well, I guess, oiled, I guess? Like, they functioning machine now with Crane sort of working his way into the roster, replacing the likes of your Kiddo, before that Slayer. So he's got pretty big shoes to fill, no pressure for the Ori.
Yeah, I've seen Crane perform and I'm super excited.
Cool, so we'll jump into Champ Select, or jump through Champ Select to in-game in just a moment. So we'll see you guys soon. And we're back for game number 1 of the best of 3. ATK looking good in blue, Zion looking just as good in red, and the players are out of the gates.
Yeah, and again, super excited for this. It's going to be insane. Let's get into the game. ATK looking for a cheeky little bit of a thing here on the bot side, as they do head down here. Senna potentially going to get caught here as they head in. Actually just going to ward there, so it shouldn't be a problem.
So they do actually manage to spot the Tri-Brush ward. That's a good start. I was getting kind of concerned that they were going to invade with vision. That never goes well.
Yeah, luckily they are one of the smarter teams, noticing that that is a potentially mistake, and we need to be aware that there could be vision there. Actually just going to clear out that ward and walk around. I guess if there wasn't a ward there, do you think you take that invade?
I mean, they were looking for it. They're looking for the cheese. They have the thresh, so the early level one's really strong compared to the likes of that Senna Zilean combo bot lane. So, like, Zilean, not a champion till level 2. He has a Q, that's it. The Q doesn't do anything until you've unlocked the second half to that CC combo, the QWQ. So you gotta keep that in mind. Thresh and Jinx, very scary, especially with that full team invade.
And I'm super excited to see this brand in the mid lane and how this counter pick works out for John's Zanzi. Sorry. Yeah, and I'm trying to read this name, which is relatively I'm struggling with that one a bit. And yeah, we get the actually we do have the fasting center coming out as well.
Okay, so but it is Clax playing it nonetheless. So AD carry is still playing their ADC. Unique in this case playing Zilean has teleport, gone full spellbook as well, so it's kind of spicy. We should see some interesting plays, perhaps some long-term macro coming through for the Unique roams, but we'll have to see. Bit of a unique playstyle, if you will. Aha!
Yeah, and both players doing pretty good. This bot lane, we kind of hope to see some hooks coming out as soon as possible, because that is that's where the action is going to be at. Never mind, it seems like the action is going to be in top lane as the trades go out between these two level 2s.
Bot lane, dark side looking kind of low, forced to heal on a Pete, as unfortunately there will not be a root connection. Kind of just going a little bit left.
Yeah.
As for the junglers, both now are actually still doing pot side jungle. So we have Wisp looking for that full side clear, starting bottom, working his way towards top lane. On the other hand, Hecarim, Neutron pathing down from top side to bottom. So perhaps bot lane actually going to be the main focus condition, with ADHD playing a bit more weak side for ATK. Let's see how it works out. Zan.
I was a little nervous about that. I'm surprised actually that ATK is not doing too badly in this bot lane. They, like you said, Zilean not a champion, but did hit level 2 and then became a champion, and there's some stomping in this lane.
Okay, top lane, the ghouls, they're jumping, they're doing some work. They don't care if you have a turret. Crane super low, managed to find that max range Q-tip.
Yeah, that was so like E right through the way.
Ambitious.
It was just yeah, Pete not having a good time in this bot lane, getting poked out, which is kind of I think what the Senna Zilean lane is going to be doing between that fasting Senna.
So luckily enough, I mean, fasting means that Unique can go for more standard items, no needs for support item. So he does get minions as well, which means he should have a little bit more mana sustain in the lane. Support Zilean tends to have a bit of a weak early phase, especially when he starts to run a little bit but available teleport as well. The dark side, not a good spot. They don't have someone to heal. They need to be careful. Unique on the other hand, taking 2 tower shots, gets chunked down. But Jack and Dark is not in a great spot. They're going to have to force the reset, which means they will be falling behind. And Zilean currently already up CS as the waves crash in turret.
Yeah, but I think this is kind of expected in the Senna lane.
Mid-lane.
Fasting Senna lane tends to happen.
Alright, so we had a first attempt at a gank in the mid lane. Neutron not burning summoners. Crane on the other hand already resetting, so he has both full mana and health. On the other hand, Zan still looking to try and reset and perhaps walk back. Trying to see whether he does look for the teleport or if he's just going to be sacking a wave so he can have that for the potential map play. Top lane on the other hand, ADHD a little bit overextended. Needs to be careful. He does burn the flash for flash. And that's going to be, I guess, successful gank.
Yeah, that's a hard win for Zion, because Neutron... yeah, no, actually, Zion lost in that trade because Wisp flashed, but Neutron never used Ghost, so technically there's a summon advantage on the side of ATK right now.
True,
Because,
but I mean, a flashless top lane is a vulnerable gank. You don't necessarily need the flash on Volibear, but not having that for top lane means he has his jump still. But let's see whether it works out and we have a repeat gank top lane anytime soon.
Yeah, and it seems like this Hecarim is just farming, which is exactly what he wants to do, and you can actually see that he's up quite a bit of CS compared to the Volibear, which is a little bit surprising. I feel like Volibear's got a relatively good early clear. He should be falling behind, but only in like the next 15
Did he get
minutes.
double scuttled? I wasn't paying attention to that. I don't think he did.
It's possible that he got double scuttled. That would explain the CS gap.
It's relatively close to the stage. Top lane looking for the cancel. Oh, that lost 0.25 seconds. No cancel allowed. Mancakes just able to get that reset. That would have been pretty tragic. ADHD looking for the cheeky angle. Top lane.
Ooh,
Gnar.
we get
He
the
has
Gnar.
he has the Gnar. Oh, stands on the wave, creating pressure as Neutron tries to work through bot side Wisp. On the other hand, a good rotation from Zion bot lane means they will be able to secure that scuttle for Wisp and a blue side. No contest from Hecarim respecting that decision as ADHD does not care if he's caught in the baby cage. He's going to be looking for that cheeky poke back as Mancake's now chunked down a half health, but Mancake stepping forward with the ghouls, looking for the jump. The disengage forced. ADHD Mancake's kind of even now.
Yeah, looks like across the board this is going very, very even. No one is giving up anything. We do have the call on the Gnar, which is really great to see because, yeah, it gives him a bit of extra gold, and I don't think he should be too much of a threat unless he tries to take a tower shot or something, and should be able to just stay even against.
I mean, it's 7 minutes in and we're yet to see anything close to a kill, so, I mean, both teams kind of just looking for that scale. Tempted
And somehow
stun.
we do see a bit of a gold lead going onto the side of Zion, though.
ATK. Son of ATK. Blue side.
80k, terrible, my bad. Yeah, about almost 1,000 gold, 700 gold to be exact.
Oh, and looking at
But
the
it seems
gold
like
shots.
Zion is pulling that back.
Top lane slightly favoring Mancakes, 300 ahead. As for the jungle, it's about even. About 30 gold between the two in terms of difference. Mid lane 100 favoring Crane. Just coming through from a little bit of a CS lead. And as for bot lane, that's probably going to be your biggest difference. But you got to keep in mind that they are doing fasting, so the... Oh, hello. Cheeky double stun. Don't think they're really going to get much from that. Pete forced to back away as he has no mana. But summoners are up.
Yeah, Zillion actually has more gold than Jinx right now, which just shows you what the state of bot lane is right now.
Right, what are we talking here? Prediction on that first blood? Tankers, what are we thinking?
Yes, okay. I think it's gonna be around this dragon, and it's gonna be the brand. He's not gonna have flash, and he's just gonna die.
Top lane, looking for the repeats. You've got to be careful. He gets Mega. Wait out the Mega, then look for the attempt. Neutron mid lane, onslaught shadows in the back, pushing him towards Crane. We have the shockwave connection. Neutron a little bit low. Zan just not having the damage as we do have that first blood finally coming through. Top lane, Senna assist for the shield at least. Bot side hook attempt, not going to find that snare as Unique does still have his turret shots.
I guess it was, in fact, the brand dropping there, and yeah, just unfortunately not around the dragon, but super cool prediction coming out of me there.
Right, so taking a look at that once again, the first blood has come through. At the middle lane was the choice, the Onslaught Shadow plus Shockwave combo. Dude, he came so close to actually trading. That would have been massive, but speaking of massive, that bot lane turret, 3 plates in 9 minutes. That is a lot of gold onto ATK.
Yes, and they're just super hard winning this bot lane right now. I mean, it's like 17 CS difference as well. It's just they're getting poked so hard out of this lane, and there's very little that they can do about this lane state. You need the jungle to bail you out at this point.
Alright, so top lane 75 CS to the 54. Blue side TV coming through from the bot lane. Unique back and at it again, trying to find the popcorn pop. Dark side not having anything of it.
Well, they down two levels bot lane. Oh my word.
Yeah, they're consistently playing at a turret plus forcing the resets, just not working out. as we do see Klax and Unique in a really good spot. As for bot Dragon top lane, finds the punish the Gnar. Unfortunately, no connection on that. What is it exactly? Oh, hang on, bot lane Klax.
A house.
Is it a house? Uh-oh.
That's a house.
He's got a friend and he's waiting in the shroud. Rest in peace, ADHD. That's going to be now Zion finding their first kill neutralized as Jack forced to peach his way out of that one. Unfortunately,
but there's a Hecarim.
The dredge line.
There's a Hecarim coming as well. Hecarim probably wants that Jinx. Don't know if he's going to get the Jinx, as we do get the Herald popped in the top lane. Probably didn't commit to picking up that Jinx.
Right, so I mean, we have Rift Out brought through top lane, so it's going to be a pretty substantial amount of gold in the pocket for Zion now, as we did have a top side play coming through. So maybe the first brick actually coming through 10 minutes in, and honestly, Zion here to tackle that race for the first brick. Who gets that bonus gold? It's gonna be blue side ATK securing the first brick just after top lane falling. Mancakes and Wisp just not having the mana to race them. The horse, the pony always wins. Oh.
Yeah, well, super great. Oh my word, this is really tragic for the bot lane of Zion. Yeah, they just having a rough game, and it's one of those games where just like you wish you had a jungler. Beautiful play there in the top lane though, for the side of ATK.
Bait and switch. Aha! I've got friends. You don't, so you die, and he loses to some ADHD forced to flash out at the last second. The disrespect. He wants the solo kill. Not gonna work out. Okay, so Darkside kind of in a bad spot bot lane, so he's looking to try to translate some sort of victory in the mid lane instead, so he's roaming. Unfortunately does find that pink ward nicely placed by ATK, just preventing any form of mid lane attempt from the support at least. So Darkside now just trying to control Pixel, trying to control that bot side vision. Unfortunately, Drake not going to be up for 3 minutes as ATK were able to find themselves that first Infernal.
Yeah, and I'm seeing like this mid is struggling a little bit after that gank came out, but it's looking relatively close other than the slight gold lead in favor of ATK after that great play in the top lane as well as the hard winning bot lane. It's just, yeah, they're winning on both sides of the map, and I feel like this volleyball just isn't having quite the effect that we'd like to see.
Right, so we do have a lane swap between Jack and Darkside playing for the bot lane. So generally, the rotations are after first turret bottom, as well as Drake has dropped, you tend to send your bot lane top lane, and your top lane bot lane with both junglers playing around that side of the map. In this case, we do have Darkside incredibly low under the turret, which is still sitting on 5 juicy plates, and 1 minute and 10 seconds to find it. Junglers now, Hecarim top side, Mancakes and ADHD just playing bot lane, playing back in that wet noodle fight, as he's having a bit of trouble with the baby cage.
Yeah, Mancakes needs to step up, and so does Wisp at this point. Otherwise, this game is just going to go from bad to worse. As you can see, like, this bot lane is barely touching waves at this point. Forget farm, they're not even getting XP, and you can see the difference there with Unique having level 9, whereas Darkside is on 6.
I mean, both Klax and Unique sitting on exactly the same amount of gold, 4,500 a pop, so despite there being quote-unquote a support in that lane, the gold pretty even. That's the piece with Flash.
Not the gank I was hoping to see from Wisp, but to be fair, like, even if you kill someone, you have to kill them again.
Alright, so we do have Hecarim hovering topside as Ori now just getting free plates in the mid lane. That's going to be unfortunately Brand attempted to roam not work out. We do have an attempt Darkside, forced to disengage Flash, looks for the hook as red side TP does come through. It's going to be Yorick joining the fight, but ATK in a decent spot. They should be able to disengage this. So big investment by Mancakes means that they have to make something happen with this. I mean, Rift, second Rift, not going to be up for a while. Oh, Baron.
Sheepy's just trying to figure out why on earth that just happened. Felt like a TP investment that isn't gonna do very much there, as there wasn't any objectives to get there, and it's actually just kind of giving Gnar a bit more of a lead in that lane, or more of a comeback, because he isn't winning that lane at the moment.
Right, so second dragon, 30 seconds out, it is the Cloud Drake, so not too important, only the second. But do Zion look to contest ATK if they do rotate the players down? Are they at a point in the game where they can look for those 5v5s? I mean, Brand's still level 10. He gets a huge spike, level 11. So perhaps just needs to try and slow the Dragon attempt down so they can have that slightly stronger fight.
Yeah, we really just want to see what's happening now. I think if you're Zion right now, you want to scale as hard as you can. You don't want to take fights. You just want to sit back and see if you can get your XP and get your gold from your CS, because right now you are definitely the weaker of the two, and yeah, you can't be taking toe-to-toe fights. And regardless, that is not what Zion wants to be doing. They don't want to be taking 5v5s.
Right, so we have ATK now securing the second dragon. They do end up passing over Rift as a trade-off. So now Wisp sitting on that objective is a volatile objective, so we'll have to see whether it does work out and they manage to get an effective trade or turret charge at least. Seems like Nar and Volley kind of just passing each other, just missing it. Unfortunately, the brush and the vision not working out. As top side, Pete and Dark side still looking at rotate.
This Nar is in a weird spot.
Back down. Man kick, second bomb does connect. It's going to be the route into that Everfrost. Unique kind of low. Goes for the self ultimate as Man Cakes does rest in peace. He ends up trading, but unfortunately, Zillion doing what Zillion does best, and that's preventing deaths. ADHD waiting. The Shadow has the Nar plus the flash, but the ward from Zan saying no mid charge. One man shockwave into the collapse. Neutron's here. He has that onslaught of shadows. He looks for the opening opportunity. Does not pull trigger. I'm actually kind of surprised.
Yeah, looking very close to this fight, but honestly, I just feel like ATK are losing all over the map.
Oh, Pete. Neutron still sitting on the side of the shadows. There is going to be the red side TP looking to try join. It's going to be a Brand back at it again, receiving the stun. Instantly Clash looking to bring damage. It's going to be enough. The heal, no, Unique finds himself that cheeky kill. You've got to be respectful with the teleports. You're playing into a Zillion. If you're in range, he will QWQ and you're going to be rooted in place. Darkside just not finding any hooks today as that tier 1 turret mid lane does drop for ATK's third turret objective. Oh, catch.
Yeah, and a real... Ooh, what's that aiming for? Right past everyone. Yeah, I'm so surprised at how well ATK is playing this. I feel like they had an answer for this Thresh and whatever they were going to pay with Thresh, and it is the Senna. And I'm surprised that they banned the Cho'Gath instead of the Senna, because I think a Cho'Gath top lane is easier to deal with than a Senna that's fasting and poking you out of lane, especially if you're playing an all-in lane that isn't getting any all-in potential, because they're just getting poked so hard.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that Senna is either going to be picked up by Zion or banned away for the second game. I highly doubt we see 2 games of Senna in a row. That's for sure. Just allowing for too much opportunity, too many variations, too many bot lane combos. Senna basically just opening the doors, saying, if you're a champion, I can play at bot lane. Man Cakes attempted a dive crane, just able to escape the baby cage as the turret split push continues. We can kind of see ADHD starting to fall further behind now in terms of gold, because he's looking to play for the team instead. Darkside no hook yet again. Wisp, 3-man self shockwave. Crane do the best that he can, but he just will not be able to get away as the turret is turned off. Night Crane, rest in peace for his first death 18 minutes in.
Yeah, that was just Crane completely disrespecting the fact that he did not have vision and that there was a huge numbers advantage on the side of Zion, and this is exactly what Zion wants to be doing. Oh my,
Sleep's gonna be into the Everfrost, the guaranteed pin onslaught just for the kill. I mean, Neutron is looking to play for KDA now as he finds himself his second kill. Ever top lane finally, tier 1 does drop. ADHD not able to dodge the stun. Zan finds himself the solo as bot lane tier 2 traded for the mid tier 2 as well.
Beautiful solo by Zan there, and Man Cakes is doing exactly what I want to see Zion doing. I want to see them on the side lanes, not taking those mid fights, picking up the Orianna, picking up the Gnar on the side lanes. This comp is not a comp that goes toe-to-toe in the 5v5, but it does do a lot in the side lanes. And at this point, your win condition is putting the Yorick into the Gnar and just smashing him. That is what Zion wants to be doing.
I mean, ATK for sure have the driving force. They're in a really good spot. They can look to just try skill and close out, but that winning condition of Mancake's Yorick side lane is definitely alive for Zion, so by no means are they out of it. We've had many games so far for Costs where it's been very one-sided and just complete domination. In this case, even though Zion on the back foot, they are not out of it despite quite a big ATK advantage. The Yorick win condition is the ticking time bomb, and let's see how ATK reacts to it.
Yeah, we do see the bot lane of ATK setting up some vision, getting ready for that dragon. And yeah, they should be able to secure their third dragon of the game in just about 20 seconds. I don't see any vision on the side of Zion. And to be honest, I don't expect them to be contesting this as, again, they have the split push. They don't want to take 5v5s unless for some reason ATK doesn't 5-man.
I mean, I gotta say that the Zillion Everfrost combo is kind of gross. That speed taking you down to like 1% movement speed into almost the guaranteed flash to dodge, to disengage, ADHD. I mean, we've got Zion looking to collapse on top lane, so they're going to be sacking the third dragon as the Megadon should come through in just a second. We do have Volleyball look for the storm, but that's 4-man investment, as I think Clax just saying hi. I don't think there was a realistic opportunity for any form of survival there, so burns the center ultimate. So dragon number 3 means that Zion will need to contest the next, otherwise we should have a soul. But was it worth it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking the side of ATK are kind of misreading situations where their team is on the other side of the map, and for some reason they're just there. We saw that with ADHD. We also saw that with Crane in the bot lane. We actually saw that twice with ADHD. He died once in the 1v1 versus the Bran, and then the second time where he just got collapsed on while we had the dragon fight happening. Yeah, so at this point it's kind of going to be like Zion needs to figure out what they're going to be doing, how they're going to be split pushing, and kind of get vision so that ATK does not get dragon Baron, because if they get Baron control, it's going to be very easy for them to just kind of 5-man ARAM mid, and Zion should not be able to stop them unless they can get a good split push and essentially get an inhibitor traded for an inhibitor. But you can't do that if you lose Baron, because then suddenly it's not a fair fight anymore.
Alright, so Baron is on the map. ATK looking to try and secure vision around his Wisp, unfortunately locked in place, forced to flash out Lantern. Not going to be working out, so that means there's no flash on the Wisp, so the jungle Baron Smite attempt or steal is going to be off the table. As Zan, not great positioning, caught out that unique speed, deceptively quick if you're not in the right place, and in this case that's going to be mid lane Brand dead. He has TP, but 35 seconds mean they're not realistically going to be able to look to try and contest this objective with no Wisp flash.
Yeah, hopefully Mancakes can trade something on the other side of the map, and you can slow down this Baron enough so that he can get something done there. He does have TP though, but I don't think he's going to be up on time to be able to do something.
Kind of just completely ignoring ADHD at this point. The turret going low, but he's getting paying the price. The turret shot falling, unfortunately, will not drop as the outside shots in the back line. Pete not in a good spot. Bye-bye. Clax finds himself that rampage. Jinx goes up and down as Neutron gets past the bomb, but the fight's going to end there as Clax tries to walk his way forward. Finds himself the soul, but unfortunately Baron will be continued. Red side over Brand able to teleport his way back through. Clax looking for that last 2 auto. The shield not going to be enough to keep him alive. The flip is there. The volley bear steal is going to be Baron over the Zion as Resurrection does come through. Crane a little bit low, but he has no shockwave just yet. 15 seconds left on the timer. Wisp is down. Zan v3, but they're all low. The stun connection into the double, and ATK, despite losing the Baron, win the team fight.
Yeah, and there's still one man with the Baron, and that is Mancakes, and he is the only person who you really care about having the Baron, as the other guys are going to be trying to do damage control and aren't planning on split pushing or hitting towers. But a beautiful, beautiful fight and a great Baron steal from the side of Wisp there. Great redemption considering how his early game went.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, ideally you want at least one player other than Mancake sitting on the Baron, because you can slow the push down from ATK. But in this case, I mean, if there was one player to keep it on, it would be Mancakes. He has that side lane pressure.
100%. And this tower was just looking super close. And Brand was like, I think 10 seconds off of having his ulti there. And if he had his ulti, there was a good chance that he could have picked up some more kills, because ATK was super low in that fight. And just a unfortunate event.
Unfortunate series of events. Speaking of which, that's going to be the Scuttle secure the hook. He may not hook champions, but he hooks Scuttles for the last hits. And that's going to be cheeky gold onto Darkside. So looking at the overall 3 Drakes to 0. 10, almost 10k advantage to ATK now. And I mean, the game kind of slowing down, which is exactly what Mancakes wants at least. Sun to secure some decent items. He has a huge advantage over ADHD and his Gnar. This is going to come down to don't be picked off. Darkside snared in place. The Neutron horse from the shadows, but the hook actually finds it first. The Scuttle, now the Pony also on the backline. The flea into center finish, and actually going to be Neutron finding the kill. Trap connection. Do they have the damage? The resurrection says no. Unfortunately, Megadeth rockets. Clack stepping forward. No. He has the range, but does he have the hands?
Clack smurfing here.
1v1.
Oh, double kill. Mancakes keeps on pushing. He does not care about anything happening in the mid lane.
He's a man on a mission as mid-tier 3 turret siege continues. Wisp finds himself a cheeky bomb. Top lane Baron and powered minions. We do have that recall started up. He wants to be here. Is this the correct play though? I mean, resets are coming through, so they do have where is Green actually? Where is he? Oh, he's mid. I'm wrong. So nobody actually back in it said it's gonna be Neutron finding 4th dragon objective, the Mountain Soul. That's a huge advantage. Big shield that you get off of that, which means ATK even in a better spot. I mean, Mancakes are no longer having that burn. Means that side lane pressure not nearly as strong. Yeah,
this 705 Senna is looking so good. And the fact is, like, the best time to get Senna down is in the laning phase. Once she's out of laning phase, especially as a fasting Senna, she's got soul, she's got range, she got quite a lot of gold from the support item in the beginning, that first 1000 gold, and it's just like, wow, at this point, it's looking rough.
Alright, let's take a look at again. That Pony getting caught off. Unfortunately, a lot of summoners, a lot of abilities burnt to try to kill him the first time. So we come back the second on pretty much like almost full health. Just no.
Yeah, and at this point, Klax is like 1v3ing basically. And just picks up the double because he's so far ahead. Wow, beautiful to see. Back to live, we do have kind of Zion looking for a pick or a catch here somehow. And I'm sure that we do have that Yorick split pushing.
Yeah, he's bottling. He's 240 farms, so he's already 70 up on ADHD. But all ADHD has to do at this point is try to shove out wave and prevent the Yorick from getting to the base and applying that pressure. We do only have Baron up in 2 minutes, so I'd like to focus down on ATK's macro at this stage, as it's most definitely their game to throw. Potentially looking to try to rotate multiple wavers down, catch out the Yorick, or you can play the dangerous game where you're on a little bit more of a timer and just try to close out through top lane or mid, seeing as mid inhibitor is already down. Zion will have to send somebody through. You cannot defend this tier 2 turret as Zion. This is a bait waiting to happen. You give up tier 2, you play for the turtle, you look to try to defend base turrets, and just try clear wave. If you overextend it, the Pony will pull trigger into that shockwave, and it's going to be the end of game 1. Bot lane, Mancake's finding that tier 3 turret as he does look to try push through onto the inhib. Pressure through the top lane at the same time. ADHD stuck in a baby cage, but Mancake's actually starting to feel some of the hurt now. He has to play this correctly.
Yeah, he's up a few levels, but it doesn't matter.
Top side, T5 does come through. Pete, the focus. Force super far back, he's not able to hit anyone as the zap does come through, not finding yet again a Wisp on the front line, but Klax drops so low, but the resurrection.
Oh, that unique, beautiful resurrection.
Red side to use
I thought he was going down.
Actually forced the bases, he does find that inhib, so inhibit is now traded. I don't think ATK go for the finish here. It most likely will be the reset into the setup for Baron, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, this bot lane is so disgusting. Ooh. I mean, they have 0 deaths. You can't kill them.
ADHD looking to teleport through, so it's going to be the 5-man squad. Neutron not having that on start means he will not be able to pull trigger just yet as the base siege continues. Unique, no ultimate available, but just able to survive thanks to the Klax heal. Where are the executioners?
Oh man, yeah, we definitely need someone to be building executioners, and the only one who has that is Yorick, who is split pushing solo, so he does not count. Yeah, this is ATK is playing this beautifully. This bot lane, absolutely. Like, I don't even know who you can give MVP to. I feel like MVP, if anything, goes to the bot lane duo. You know, like both of them are doing so much here and just playing beautifully.
So we had ATK looking for that finishing push. They thought they could find the opportunity, but Zion playing it accordingly, playing on the turrets, don't lose anybody, means that ATK are late to this rotation for the Baron. They had 15 seconds when they all based and looked for the reset. Now, Mancake stepping for his dark side, finally finding the hook, but it's going to be a Mega Knock coming through just a second. There he is. Does he find the big backline stun? He does. 2-man locked against the wall. Dark side. First one identifies the shockwave from the side. Crane going huge, and ATK finding multiple picks. 3 members dead. That means it's going to be Brand and Jinx trying to defend against 5. I think this is the first game right here.
Yeah, that was a sick wombo combo. That was literally the dream. And they don't stop there. Pony going in.
Rest in peace.
We're going to show that replay in the top corner as we do see ATK looking for more on Pete here. But just watch that. Oh, wow. Pete goes down. Meanwhile, the wombo combo as they take the Nexus.
The positioning, Crane catching from the side.
The game too. Let's go Costas there.
Yo.
Yo.
Right, so first game done and dusted. ATK showing us what they have up their sleeves. In this case, it's a Senna Zillion bot lane. Not too sure if we're going to see that Senna at all in the series after this, at least. For sure, bound away. As for the Yorick, another super priority pick. I mean, Ace has to go to Mancakes for sure, having that. I mean, he was the main opportunity, I guess, the main win condition this first game. Unfortunately, just not given the tools to get to that position where you can close it out. So ATK doing a great job of closing their own win condition, which is basically just Ram Ranch, and find themselves that first game victory.
I think that was a beautiful game from ATK. Honestly, they showed up and yeah, they had the easier comp to play. Didn't involve split pushing, and they played it so well. Honestly, I could not have asked for more. No deaths out of the bot lane, the Senna Zillion bot lane. They were constantly poking out that Jinx, and yeah, I'm just wow. I'm surprised at how well that went. Also, the Hecarim Orianna combo, they pulled it off the Gnaw. Just beautiful. I think it's kind of like ATK said, hey, like, this is our best draft, and throw it back into Zion's ballpark. Like, can you top that?
We'll have to see what they come up with the second game. First done and dusted. If you guys missed it, ATK looking pretty good. I mean, 3 players having 0 deaths, Klax, Unique, and Neutron. Props to them. I mean, Klax in particular, he's quite well known for hit or miss when it comes to deaths. He has good games, he has bad games. In this case, it's a good one. What do we get in the second? Only time will tell. But nonetheless, we should be going to that game shortly. We'll see you guys for game number 2 soon. Right, we're back for game number 2, and we have a missing caster.
One second.
Tankers, are you out there? Paging Dr. Tankers? Right, so
Tankers
first
is
game,
probably back.
ATK finds the victory. Second game, we jump into Champ Select in just a second. Tankers, do you have any predictions on bans? I feel personally, Yorick not making it through, Ergot not a chance, Senna is out of here. Anybody else?
Yeah, I think they're replacing that Cho'Gath ban with a Senna ban. And Hecarim is either going to be first picked by whoever's blue side, or they're going to ban it. I don't think that goes through again. I think people are going to reevaluate the Orianna Brand counter. I think like Brand is not. It wasn't a bad counter, but he never won anything. I just feel like his abilities are too slow.
Like, he showed good potential, and we had a chance. We had a situation where they wanted Mancake's side lane, and Brand was a little bit too far up, too disrespectful versus the likes of that super speedy Hecarim plus Zillion combo, and he got caught off, and that just did not mean anything good for the side. But let's check out the picks, Sweetly.
Wow, we're in Champ Select already, guys. Here we go. Ready, set, go. We do get the first ban going out here. Surely we'll be out in just 1 second. I'm expecting that is probably going to be Senna.
Oh, Hecarim.
That's an odd ban there. you don't ban Hecarim if you are on the left side or blue side because you want to pick.
Assuming you can
Hecarim
play it, you
first.
gotta keep in mind that not everyone has a huge champion pool. I know that Wisp has been kind of all over the place with regards to teams in the past playing a couple of different roles, so not too sure how extensive his jungle champion pool is.
Yeah, and the Nunu ban is the exact same ban that we saw from ATK before, and they followed it with... Oh, Fiddlesticks ban was on Zion's side? I thought ATK banned Fiddlesticks.
Right, so Fiddlesticks, yeah, I mean, it's Zion taking it away this time. Does Neutron play Fiddle? I think I've seen him play it like once or twice, not entirely sure on that one. Maybe just not a comfortable pick. Perhaps they got stomped in a flex game versus Fiddle.
Yeah, I think also if you ban Fiddlesticks, it reduces the chances of an AD mid laner. But you should probably ban Lilia instead, because Lilia is a bit of a better jungler, as well as...
Because she makes you sleep. Check.
Yeah.
No.
Sleeper OP.
Okay.
XG.
So, third ban Zion. What do we get? 4.
You do get that ban,
3.
huh?
Oh, I could have sworn to skip 3 there. Interesting. Yone. Okay.
Again, super confused. You ban Fiddlesticks and then you ban Yone, but if you ban Fiddlesticks, you should expect them not to pick Yone because AP. Seraphine. Everything's open, dude. Senna's open. I hope Zion first picks Senna. If they don't first pick Senna, I'm gonna call this...
What do they give ATK if they first pick Senna though? What are the OP that are available right now? We've got likelihood of Udyr.
No, please. Oh, Senna's gone.
The volley priority.
I think
know ATK likes volley best, so it's kind of understandable that they do prioritize that first. But now they've left open game to Senna. Does ATK want to play it twice in a row, or do they look to try practice something else? Try maybe debut a little bit of a more cheeky comp. I mean, it is game 2, and the first one was secured in the bag, so they have a little bit more wiggle as we have the Udyr locked in.
Yeah, the Udyr lock-in makes sense. It's relatively good into Volibear. I think you actually have a slightly better ganking, and you out-farm quite a bit. The Lissandra hover base probably again. We got this last time.
Yeah, 9 seconds on the clock. Yasuo,
Also,
please, no, don't put it bot lane. I don't think Crane or Clack. Yeah, okay, it's not. It's the center.
Yeah, you don't first pick Senna. You kind of just, I don't know. Maybe you just, this is how I'm thinking. I guess the only thing I can think you're thinking is Senna wasn't the problem. We can beat Senna. Let's run it again.
What do they pay with the Senna though?
I mean,
what's your prediction for the fasting? What are we getting? It's not gonna be Zillion again for sure. No way. Tom Kench? Oh, I like it. I like it a lot.
We left the Elgato open. Yeah, that was a sleeper pick that was forgotten.
You thought Mancakes popped off last game. Now he's got his comfort. He's got his go-to. It's his certainly Q climbing machine. So I mean, I'm very actually surprised they did not pick that first. As we do no, not the really. You've just dropped the 380 topside.
Literally what I was about to say. It was so good until it wasn't good anymore. Now what?
How do we roll it back? Where's the chrono break?
Yeah, I mean, you have Fiddlesticks banned as well, so there's 2 options, and only one of these is valuable in South African.
Yeah,
League of Legends. So it's Lily and Lilia.
No,
we know how Lilia looks.
I do not want to see the SA special in Italy, dude. That's a champion that you leave for the Europeans. You leave it for the low ping players. We do not get 200 ping in Italy.
No
Please,
Kruger's here. Bad joke.
Okay, so Sion drafted. I'm putting a prediction. No, I'm saying that Sion 80 carry, quote unquote 80 carry. I think this is gonna be that G2 Sion center bot lane combo. It's an elaborate ruse though, because it is a flex, because both top can play it and 80 carry.
Yeah, and I don't think it's that bad into Urgot. I mean, yeah, I don't think you have any winning matchups against Urgot, to be honest. I feel like they're all relatively good. It's like the Orianna pick, you know, where it's relatively good. We do get the Zillion ban going on.
It's working. The Sion
I'm
third
not
pick,
sure about
it's
this
working.
Vayne, dude. What is this Vayne ban?
I think the Vayne,
the Kog'Maw.
the Vayne ban and the Kog'Maw is just because they're building a lot of tanks. They want to get rid of the anti-tanks, so like the likelihood of your Vayne Kog'Maw for Sion and Udyr, and potentially any more armor-based champions that they do draft. Rel is still open. Let's get put it out there. Rel pretty good.
I think I'm not a fan of those last 2 bans. I think you ban Lilia there, at least. because now Zion actually still have an option to play an AP jungler. Or maybe they have a plan for an AP bot lane. What if we see like a Sona something bot lane?
I feel like if you pick Sona bot lane here on the Zion side, and it's bot lane center and Sion, you're trolling. You're literally gonna get delivery system the way it's center drops a W on a minion and Sion just pushes it onto you, and you're just gonna die. Victor locked in for most likely mid lane. Green.
Actually, a counter into the Orianna, the most popular one that we've been seeing in the LCK, LPL, as well as the LEC. So not a surprise there, but it's a counter into Orianna, but we probably have an Orianna mid lane, so not so sure.
You need them. You mean Aurelia mid lane?
I'm expecting that. Okay, I like the Ezreal a lot here. It's better than the Jinx.
It's a lot safer.
I like.
It's Karma. She does magic damage, but she doesn't do a lot of it. That's the issue. And there is the Malphite for the top lane, I think. It could always be switched around, but my prediction would be Malphite top lane, Idiot jungle, with the Senna, Sion bot, and Victor mid lane.
And you just lose this game after like...
Oh, weird. Yep.
Oh. Okay, not the
I mean, the Wukong definitely works in the comp, but I kind of like the Sion because they have that triple AD topside threat. So I mean, realistically, there's just no chances of killing a Malphite, especially late game. I feel like that was a pretty bad mistake from the Sion side to draw off triple top AD.
I mean, yeah, they have actually. At this point it's 4 ADs. Ezreal isn't AP enough unless he's going to be building AP.
Yeah, and Karma kind of falls off. I mean, you need something that's going to produce AP, like perhaps a Zyro or like a Brannigan. Karma does not really fit into that role.
Yeah, this is it's a little bit tragic. I feel like Zion's lost the draft now for the second time in a row. I didn't say they lost the draft last Champ Select because I kind of was like, it's not. The comps want to do different things.
There were still conditions that Zion could have played for, which they tried to, which was that Mancakes, and they did pretty well with it.
Yeah, I think like considering how many teams I've seen draft split pushing and then absolutely int on it, I was relatively impressed at how well Zion handled that split push. Mancakes even got an inhibitor tower, and yeah, he really made them sweat a little bit more than what we normally see with split pushing in the South African scene.
So, I mean, not to be that guy, but I feel like this is a Mancakes v9 kind of game. This is going to be him having a pop-off and try win through top lane. Because he's on his pick, he's on his comfort, he's on his go-to. And if he doesn't do incredibly well this game, I think it's doomed. I think I'm going to get cast this cursed ATK side victory.
Yeah, hard ATK victory. I'm trying to comprehend why we don't have another AP champion on Zion's side. I'm thinking there's even other support options. What about Brand? What about Swain? How bad are these in high elo? I don't know.
I mean, Swain's actually pretty good. As well as I think it's Maokai was banned. Yeah, well, I mean, it was Fiddle and Maokai that were banned away, the two APs, but it's actually Zion side banning those, so it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, definitely odd.
Yeah, so we have to see what happens. I mean, bot lane, they have a high poke, like they have decent amount of early game damage, as well as Ezreal has that tool to basically just get away from unique knockup, as well as dodge clacks a CC. So this comes down to, do we get a face check Andy? Do we have the Karma and Ezreal kind of just walking into that Sion brush queue, which is going to basically turn the lane into ATK's favor, and from there be absolutely, I guess, incredibly hard to come back, put it that way.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of ADHD's choice here. I think Wukong is... I want to say that's probably like a flip. That's a coin flip matchup, if you ask me.
Yeah, he has a really strong team fights with like the comp kind of works. I agree in the sense of like they have like really strong team fights, especially mid game, as well as assuming Neutron does his job, does a good job of farming up, getting ahead. He should be able to quite easily run him down with ATK, ADHD looking for flanks, or follow it through afterwards. So it's going to come down to, can they play according to the win condition? But what are your predictions? How's second game going?
I want to see Mancakes getting like a bunch of kills, and then ATK just closing it out with the bot lead that they will inevitably get for themselves.
Cool. I mean, otherwise, let's see what happens in real time, or 3-minute delay. Nonetheless, best of luck to both sides. If we do have Zion taking this victory, we will be going to game third game. Otherwise, if ATK take the win, that'll be the end of the series.
Yeah, you can join us for the post interview after the last game that we do have, whichever one that is.
Looking kind of sick there. We're on live. Zion in blue, ATK in red, and second game is underway. No signs of that 5-man invade. It's gonna be the standard stack or standard divide and conquer. Just cover the entrance. You do not want to be the weak point, the chink in the armor that allows for that early game shenanigans.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, welcome back to game number 2 of the Mercedes-Benz ATK League of Legends Champion Series that is powered by Elgato and MSI. And I really hope, we do have some
Deep board.
some invade here, getting some deep board vision there, and Ramus thumbs up and a camp coming out by Neutron. Maybe predicting some potential top camp shenanigans with that Wukong, I imagine.
Alright, so looking at starting items, we have really standard clacks. Fasting with the Doran's shield for unique. He has teleport yet again. In this case, Pete Ezreal opting for TP as well. So we do have a match, which means no summoner heal for Zion blue side bot lane.
That is, in fact, correct. Yeah, we do have 2 TPs though. Mid lane.
Okay.
That was spicy. Before I really even had a passive. Ooh, you get some poke coming out there. Guardian proc. I mean, that's just looking a bit better for mid lane. And top bot lane as well. Crane has his passive up. He's doing damage.
I'd like to just pay attention to this mid lane in particular because we haven't really seen too much from Zan. He showed us that he's quite comfortable with the brand. In this case, opting to go for the Aurelia instead. This early game should favor him. Seeing as Crane playing the Victor wants to look for that late game scale, get the items, get that CS lead, and just naturally scale to infinity and beyond.
Yeah, I'd love to see actually the Orianna matchup there, but
oh, hello, Pete jumping forward. The damage, the DPS, the tickler, talk, and the ignite. No Q will not be enough. Just too late, as we do have the first blood bot lane. Good job.
That's exactly what we wanted to see. We need to see this early aggression from Zion. They can't just roll over and die like they did in game 1. But to be fair, like, this poke is a lot weaker. Top, we got a trade in the mid actually. Top lane pushing in.
Pete stepping up for second game. we're not gonna just roll over like you said. Let's see if that translates into anything. Perhaps not enough games between Unique and Clax in this combo. It is a bit of a tricky one, bit of a unique playstyle, if you will. The ATK Unique, that is.
Agreed. And it's also, I think it's not quite as pokey as the comp that they played earlier. Zilly and Sen are definitely going to have more poke than Sion Senna is going to have.
I mean, Clax, 0 deaths, first game already 1 death, 2 minutes in. We said he hit or miss. In this case, maybe looking kind of like a miss. Can he recover it?
Yeah, I really hope he can recover that. I'm really expecting some shenanigans here in the top side, as we do see the Urgot actually giving up his wave there to just kind of help out the volley bay. Maybe look for a gank on the studio.
Thread in the needle. Man, Cheeky, 3 for the poke. Clax, trying down a half. Cheeky auto attack.
Yeah, it looks like things swapped around on the bot lane really hard. This is exactly what was happening to ATK.
Oh, binding. Nope, just not able to finish it off. Unfortunately, Knockup finds 1. It's going to be Pete locked in the air. He's forced to flash up, but the follow-through is going to be there. Unique for the chase. The dark side speed, but ward placement. The sniper, he has the angles, and he does not find the skill shot, unfortunately, because it's like math. It's hard. Neutron, on the other hand, flashing forward the last auto. Rest in peace. 2 kills back in favor of ATK.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Clax is just ready to give up this game. And that was just a beautiful sign Q coming out there. Ooh. Nice cancel of the recall in the mid lane there. Honestly, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Pete... yeah, they kind of overstepped. They had no summoners at that point, and I think just Sign played that absolutely beautiful. Once he landed that Q, the combo was just so much damage, and Clax just cleaned up. We can see that in the replay here.
The ward place into the snipe Q.
Beautiful. Overextended against the Sion. It's just, you hate to see it.
And Neutron was here for exactly that point, so we can see that initial part again. As Pete does the best he can to get out, but not going to work out. So off of replay, we had Unique teleporting back down, so Sion has no TP, but on the other hand, we have Pete opting to walk back instead. Something to note is that Sion are running the triple TP threat, as is ATK, so we should have a lot of macro, a lot of map plays. Dark side yet again not finding the read, but we'll find the Guardian Mantra.
Yeah, it's really difficult to get the root because you have to kind of walk up to a Sion, which you don't want to do. And the previous one she missed because she didn't want to take tower damage, and yeah, it's you kind of need to get some poke out before you start trying to root, as we do have Clax looking for a back here. And Dragon is up. I'm expecting a potential Dragon here if Clax does in fact back there.
Speaking of Drakes, it is the Ocean. 6 minutes in.
Yeah, it's a great early Dragon to be picking up. And ADHD is doing great in the top lane. It's up some CS.
Oh, hello. Root. Nope.
There's the Dragon ping coming out as well.
So Wisp making his way into enemy territory, just trying to find the Udia, who's currently topside clearing. So Drake is definitely an opportunity. They have that bot lane prior. Pretty big wave crashing. And ATK Crane holding down mid lane just to make sure that he's safe.
Lane gang. Volley Bear is just getting into that brush, and I didn't see any wards there. This could potentially be, if Clax and Unique just step up wrong here, they are going to get smashed. Oh, Clax knows nothing.
And there it is, Wisp looking for the Clax kill with a hit or miss. It's going to be Pete, in this case, finding him off his first kill, actually, as Pete sends ATK back to the Shadow Realm now. Udia topside, are you playing weak side, man kicks? You don't need to look for the 1v1, but the disdain just for the angle's not going to be there. They both flash on the spot. What?
And we didn't get the ulti. The ulti came out late there, and I think it missed as we do get the mid fights.
Sure. Okay, he looked for that disdain turret flip like pancake, but just no, he does not want to go into the turret, so ATK making sure that he positions slightly further down, and it worked out. Both kind of just flopping around at the flash as the mid lane fight does come to. It's going to be the Vang. God.
Oh, no.
Flash. No, solo Crane surviving by the skin of his teeth.
Oh, Gravity Field just denied that kill. This Aurelia is constantly getting super close, but like you need to get kills with this Aurelia, especially because you have this triple AD comp. I feel like if you don't get ahead, you're going to fall behind. Udia is right in that mid lane. Oh, no.
So just taking a look again, top lane, we do have another fight at the same time. That 1v1. The knock-up into super low. Elgato shield just able to survive. I don't think that Q was going to kill. I genuinely do not think it would have. But he flashed.
Yeah, and then he missed ulti afterwards as well, which we didn't see in that replay. And yeah, that's salt to the wound. You definitely want to be landing that ulti.
No.
As we...
Overextended bot lane. ATK think they're safe. The Klax chunked out a half health as Unique just sees the gank on the way. Klax is going to find himself his third death, as we do have that hit or miss, and this game is going to be missed so far. Right,
yeah, and
so
I definitely feel like this was Wisp just absolutely popping off and actually ganking like we were expecting him to.
let's take a look again at that mid lane 1v1. We almost had Crane getting styled on, as we have Aurelia playing super aggressive. He showed us the brand is good. His Aurelia is looking pretty good as well. Up farm lane going in the direction that he wants. But like you said, the gravity field just saying, no solo kill on me. I will not be the guy who goes down in the 1v1.
Yeah, just so close. And yeah, I want to see this.
We almost saw the combo.
That was almost got the combo there. Super sick combo. If you haven't seen it, it's that. Ooh, top lane.
To win, finds the knockup, but he's gonna be dropped below the threshold. Looking for the recast. Fear Beyond Death come back to Mancakes, as we do have the solo kill. It's not mid lane, it's ADHD dying in the 1v1 top.
Yeah, and the difference there was actually that we just get the ulti there landing. Ooh, flash.
Zan.
Mid lane.
The damage gravity field not finding this one, but he will be under turret, and he's got Neutron for the cleanup crew.
Bear Slap says you aren't walking out of this one for free, as we do get a fight bot lane breaking out as well. Unix does zone with that sign Q, and yeah, going to be some health traded. We're going to jump into the replay of that again. As we can see in the mid lane here, super low Victor.
I mean, this is something that we've always had with Neutron. He's not necessarily the most proactive. I mean, he's very good at pulling off ganks, but he's incredibly good at just being at the right place at the right time. Just the communication on ATK just saying that there might just be a triggable mid lane, and he's there to clean it up. We saw him flashing bot lane on the, I believe, the first game. No, it was the first kill on this game. He's just there to clean up, and then mid lane again. So right place, right time kind of jungler.
Yeah, and that's super great. Meanwhile, mid lane actually trading again.
It's gonna be
Wisp so
this
good.
time,
Field.
You get a gank from the jungler. I get a gank from the jungler.
I feel like the difference, that the reason that we have a 6-3 ATK Zion right now is really just Wisp. Wisp is actually ganking and getting things done this game.
The flanker really, the teleport into that unstoppable rest in peace Darkseid as he does. Just get caught off the punish. That's what happens if you do not clear the ward behind you.
Yeah, also he missed the flash on the sign Q there. Just a bit awkward. You can see that happening in action. Sign ulti coming out there. Right into his
karma,
and then
he
just
jogged at him. Didn't even look like the sign ulti at first. It kind of like he jogged towards him in his general direction, but top side we do have now Rift Herald secured for Neutron. Oh, Fear Beyond Death finds the kill. Does he get him below the threshold? Just to try to get back in the range. Neutron running out of time. Not going to get the recast. That means that suddenly it's going to be mid lane Aurelia in a really bad spot. Zan.
Yeah, and Aurelia doesn't have ulti.
Oh no, Mancakes. Do they get the double the second? ADHD finds himself for that first kill. As mid lane, we should see Shelly coming through to join the party for the 4-man mid lane siege.
Wow, that was a max range sound. Wow, max range sound Q. Beautiful. And the Herald will surely get some damage done on this tower. Yeah, that was just, Aurelia cannot be fighting right now, and she was fighting. Without ulti, you just can't afford to be taking fights, even gonna lose a dragon.
That bad in terms of the fight itself. They lost 2 players, they lost a bit of place mid lane. But you have to keep in mind that especially this mid lane, Victor is gonna get a lot stronger with time. So if he gets free kills, you're basically gifting him that early attempt at a smite. Steal, the red team so close, but just no cigar. Wisp now stuck in the pit as he does have the flash to try to get out. He gets away. Klax v Pete. As you'll have what it takes. Somebody heal into the point of the flash. No. As you're just playing it safe. He is not giving Klax the opportunity to get back in this game.
Wow, super close. And yeah, we see the steal. He flashes over and he actually does smite, but a second too early, and then Udia secures that.
Not even
followed
a
by the fight.
second. Probably less than that. I mean, that was incredibly close.
Definitely super close. And I don't know if Pete had to flash there, to be honest, but rather be safe than sorry. Yeah, at this point we have no flash on the bot laners, so they are super vulnerable to ganks, even under this tower. Dark side, 1v1ing Clax, not going how he wants it to go.
He's got some souls in the pocket, so he's getting some range, he's getting some damage. And Clax becoming a little bit scary, you've got to show respect.
Yeah, we're currently on 49 souls on this center, for anyone wondering. And yeah, just definitely scaling up, getting there. Damage is really high.
Alright, so taking a look at the top lane, Mancake sitting 107 farm to the 95 from Wii. As for junglers, opposite side of the map, currently Volley playing bot side. Udia playing top side, no signs of that second rift yet. And I mean, honestly, this is going to come down to, I think, Zion actually stepping up in terms of the mid lane, top lane. Pete, however, doing some really good work so far, finding some solo kills.
Really has TP. She just bagged. I'm thinking she might TP bot lane here.
Oh no. Volley bear. Nope, Neutron clears the vision as they do have the Wisp coming through. Red side TP is going to be Wukong looking to join the fight. Mancake's had teleport, but it's going to be a little bit late. Unstoppable, dark side, no flash. ADHD support now dead from the side of Zion. Not looking too good as Zam is overextended. He's stuck in amongst the men. 4 players, that is. ATK Clax. Kill number 3 as he does trade over 1 for 1. Wisp looking to try to rejoin the fight. Unique, no mana, no signs of an unstoppable disengage. Flash very early as the disdain comes through. Mancake said he is good at... Oh god, but is he good enough to get away from Neutron as the fight does continue? Pete in the backline just super low as Wisp and Ezreal. Pete rest in peace. Mancake's last able to go down, and ATK just cleaning up the fight, not even needing Victor as he just saves his teleports.
Yeah, that was the double TP, but I think like it was too little too late. Like at that point, ATK had already picked up a kill, or there was a disengage. Yeah, a Volley Bay was already disengaged from, and there just wasn't much to do at that point.
ATK tend to be quite good, quite proactive at these teleports. We've seen Zion trying to be on the same level as them, but we tend to have these almost forced attempts. We had one first game as well. We had, I believe, Mancake's TPing bottom or top lane, try to contest the fight that just did not result in something working out for us. In this case, nope, Crane forced the flash out. His dark side is here for the root. He does land the initial W into the CC stun. Zan now just trying to play for dark side as they do manage to get that 1v2 top lane.
Yeah, Crane getting caught again. Same as last game. He also got caught last game on the Orianna under the tower at some point. Yeah.
Mid lane siege, 1 item on both Unique and Clax, so they're getting some damage. Pete left to try solo clear. Ezreal not the greatest of CSing, or shoving wave at least. He's good at CSing on a turret, but not so much matching the pushing power of 2 players, so we'll have to see what happens now. Minute on the dragon, it's gonna be Mountain.
Yeah, we can also talk a little bit about the items in the meantime, if we do get a meantime.
This game's with a bloodbath. It's just non-stop fights.
Yeah, no one wants to stop fighting as we have a score of 9-11 and only 2,000 gold being the difference between these two teams right now. We do have mythics completed on everyone except the mid laners.
Mancake's be jungler. Neutron looking to try step forward. We do have Crane coming through for the fight. Neutron forced out actually. Says
yeah, Mancake wins that super hard.
He's damage checking him. ADHD, big lock in place. Zan, the backline is going to be Wisp bringing through the Thunder Pause. It's the Panda. Is ADHD just able to survive long enough, not finding damage to get the kill as Wukong now down. First member, second member actually down. Clax is out of here as well, as it's actually going to be Zion finding themselves the T5 victory. This is so good for them.
And again, we have Crane farming on the side lane. Meanwhile, the rest of ATK seems to be convinced that that was go time.
Yeah, they pulled the trigger.
Bit of miscommunication probably happening there. And that is surely going to cost ATK that dragon, as Mountain Dragon will surely be going over to the side of Zion. Let's jump into the replay.
If I didn't have the replay saved there, that would have been kind of yikes, but we do, because we have the technology. Thanks, Elgato.
There we go. Look at that. Just beautiful cleanup. Absolutely amazing.
I mean, I want to put it out there now. I feel like Magix is starting to get to that point where he's become a huge problem for the likes of ATK. Top lane, however,
Agreed.
TP does come through. It's going to be Jack joining us again to try and clear wave. He's just constantly trying to match, but he's just not in a good spot as we do have in the jungle Udia for the flank, and he's a speedy boy. He's gonna pick you off. Pete now just stuck between three members of the ATK as he does burn the jump first into the flash, but the root does find the target, and the snare is there. The skill shot will land. We haven't been too successful with them so far, but that will be tier 1 turret drop in top lane thanks to Shelly Rift Herald.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate TP. Didn't know where the Udia was, and it happens to the best of us. Just TPing, thinking, hey, I just want to pick up this wave, I'm safe to farm, and not realizing that you don't have numbers advantage, and you just get caught out. Even gonna get a second bot there on the tower. Shelly does eventually die.
Dark side. Oh no, we mentioned this in Champ Select. You gotta watch out for these visionless parts because if Zion gets the knockup, it's gonna be the engage for the T-fight as Carmen now first member down from Zion, so the 45 continues, but mid lane following through the rampage. Neutron now 4 for 0 for 6. Tier 2.
Wow. And that was just, I don't know.
Wisp.
Zion says, we still going, boys.
Knockup finds 2. Shield coming through the red side teleport yet again, just looking to try and help out as ATK a little bit low on both jungle and top lane. Pete, however, in a bad spot. The flash key looking for the knockup. It will be there into the stun chain. CC, rest in peace.
Yeah, I'm guessing he didn't have E off of cooldown there. Otherwise,
I
Ezreal
think he jumped
probably
just
gotten
before
that
that,
down.
actually. If I'm not mistaken. Take a look. Yeah, he jumped. No, the Ezreal mistake. There are 3 occasions where you ever use your E. That is not one of them, and he gets punished for it. Dashing forward into multiple members. He wanted the Wukong kill. There it is.
Yeah, that's this is why you buy that new item. I don't even know what the name is. Buy that item so you still have your E to get out.
Tragic.
Trying to remember the name though. It's the bow, something bow. Come on, not shield bow. Ah, whatever. I'll try and remember.
Gale Force.
Gale Force, exactly. Yes, Gale Force. Because then you can E in and then you can Gale Force in and E out, and you have.
Okay. So, I mean, just looking at the map currently, we actually have 2 dragons on Zion's side. They're down 3k, but they're honestly not in that bad a position. It's just going to come down to, can they play the team fights correctly? By correctly, I mean, Heat, do not E forward again. We cannot have you jumping into their team. Save it. Play backline. Just get as much damage off as you can. But you don't need to find those through the, like, team fight snipes.
Yeah, but to be fair, like, Ezreal is notoriously not the easiest champ to play. So, yeah, like, you need to be landing those Qs to be putting out as much DPS as the Senna. Wisp.
Oh, the Wisp.
Level 11 to level 13, taking the fight with the bear.
He thinks he's tanky. He's dropped the half health, but Neutron is putting so much damage with the help of Clax. Popcorn, you go right, I go left. Here comes the Unstoppable. Oh! Rest in peace.
Wisp had ulti. He could have unstoppable there. I don't know.
Just storm his way out of that one.
Mancake's losing this 1v1 into the Victor. That's probably why we didn't get the Orianna. Victor probably does better in the side lane versus the Urgot than an Orianna. As we do get this Baron getting chunked down really quickly by ATK. Down to 8,000 health already.
I don't even think we're going to get an attempt at a steal at this point. I mean, we have 2 members walking through, but he does almost walk his way out of that one. Unique, just trying to create as much pressure as he can as a Baron attempt for the Ezreal steal. No! Red team secure on blue side, looking to break through the teleport yet again. Mancake's here for the fight, but it's going to be a 3v4. Where is Pete?
I mean, where's Crane is the real question.
It doesn't even matter. In the end, nothing even matters, because it's going to be the unique pick-off.
Yeah, I think Crane didn't have TP, which was... You shouldn't be matching someone if you don't have TP, and we do have TP on the Wukong. So a bit of a miscommunication there.
Pete saw the potential for the fight. He assumed they were disengaging. We had that blue teleport coming through from Mancakes, and ATK just opted to just drop Neutron like a hot potato, as I think Pete was just more hungry for farm. He wants his items.
Ooh, we do have Dragon coming up, and Zion is set up for this. If anything, they can take a team fight here, but where's Pete? He's in mid lane. Pog. Is this the catch?
Slam kicks.
Fnatic get push?
No.
Oh,
Klax is
spotted it.
already on 5 deaths. He's only got 5 left, so he cannot afford to lose another life. So he does use the wood and the brush, which spots them out. Red side teleport for the flank. Dragon is yet to be started. The disdain is there. Man cakes for the damage. Steps around unique knockups. He will not find anybody with Klax. On the other hand, giving the entirety of ATK such a massive shield. It's already now down. First member, rest in peace. Man cakes the next to go as the full AD comp just starting to have some troubles dealing with the tankiness and just the raw shields and armor that we have through from ATK.
Yeah. Oh man. I don't know. That's a dead bear.
Wisp.
Baby bear.
Wisp. No. Run, Wisp. The turn back? No.
What is this under tower? Neutron is just absolutely. I don't give a damn. Pete also missing Qs on top of that. Absolutely getting emoted. Yeah.
I respect
oh no, they want to speed.
Pete forced the flash out. Means he will not have that for the next fight as he just find the knockup. And Pete is just repositioning for the trade. Unique with the cheeky tank.
Wow, not even gonna trade. Yeah, this is tragic. This is what happens when you play 380 champs. Don't play 380 champs. Don't be that guy
Topside,
in people's
yeah.
solo games.
We need some form
Where
of
you
AP in the
see-
draft. And
We have no AD. Or we have no AP.
Oh, the American
and then you
sniper!
pick Lucian.
He's recalling on a ward!
Meanwhile, not done with this game yet. Zion trying to get back in as they take this Wukong on for a fight. Flash engagement. Klax. Is Klax going for his 6th death of the game? No. Does seem to be making it out alive. Let's jump into that sniper.
So, I mean, he did not know there was a war there, and he just chose the wrong place to recall.
Pew.
Bam.
We're coming in, boys. I wish Caitlyn was that cool. Wow. I mean, somehow Zion are holding on to this game.
I mean, Mancakes is on his go-to comfort pick. This is the pick that got him to Diamond. He's been playing, he's been spamming, he's been one-checking. It's the Elgato, so we have big expectations for him. Unfortunately, just not been given the opportunity to try and actually, I mean, carry Zion. It just comes down to, yet again, that lack of AD or AP rather in this draft, which means that they could just quite easily stack armor through both Udyr as well as Zion.
Yeah, and this Udyr is doing a lot. He's so fast, like, I feel like Pete does not participate in team fights. Like, it's like this bot lane does not get to participate in fights because they are getting absolutely zoned by...
Even though he
matter.
hasn't really been in these fights, he is now on 2 items. He has Triforce, he's got his Mana Immune. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that we don't have the alternative Ezreal build, which is...
Ooh.
Fight
Mancake says, I can kill this tanky Sion.
Everybody's so
Sion says no.
tanky. Mancake's just trying to work his way out, but he will not be allowed to. ADHD finding the first kill, but it's going to be Volibear down as well. Wisp, rest in peace to the respawn. Godlike. Pete, Mancakes, and Wisp all dead. Zan finds himself a cheeky shutdown as he does dash through the team, but in the end, not really mattering too much because ATK is going to be shoving it straight through the middle lane, and we should see that inhib and potentially game Nexus drop in here.
Yeah, beautiful plays. I honestly feel like there's a karma in this game.
There is?
Have you noticed? What?
What?
Yeah, I feel like this karma hasn't had much relevance at all.
I mean, to be fair, it is karma. Like, I mean, realistically, it's just going to be very dependent on her team, and I mean, early game for sure is going to be where she shines. In this case, Wisp going to go super fast, but turning around just as quickly as he got there. Inhibitor top lane. Here we go, Pete.
Yeah, I just feel like if anything, this karma should be getting like full man shields. That should be. And also these team fights are just really odd as well. Feels like don't even know what to call it. Ooh, another American
did I
sniper
full
round
screen replay by mistake?
Can we replay that one as well? Great stuff.
So somebody noticed
That
that,
is 2 snipes.
Neutron has not yet died. He's still 0 deaths, so Trick 2G looking to try and open the gates top lane. Unfortunately, not going to be playing too dangerously because he wants to maintain the KDA.
Wow, I have questions. Neutron, force of nature for the karma. What? What?
That's for the movement speed. You take damage, you get bonus speed, plus you stack that with both of these other 2 movement speed based items.
It's a bit grief. with no APs, but it's fine.
I mean,
Who cares? Moving through matters more than anything else.
The process. Zan, top lane. Or bot lane with this. Ooh, the Vanguard. And the 1v1, Red TP looking to join. It's going to be signed, but it's a bit of a tricky position. He needs to find the ultimate. Unstoppable. Two-man knockup. Crane is here. He has items. He has damage. The backline was bringing through the thunder, but just not going to have enough. There's no lightning at the end of those pulls. And Neutron, the dark side. Rest in peace. ATK finding himself the ace.
Yeah, that was Neutron just smurfing, saying, bait, please kill me, and then they can't kill Neutron, and he just wins the game.
Oh,
Is Neutron gonna get a death?
No. He's baiting.
No, really cool. Absolutely beautiful game from ATK, kind of cleaning it up there after a bit of an early game.
Oh, there goes the kitty. I lied.
ATK, absolute mad disrespect. Don't know what to say. Oh, oh, shut down. Yeah, Claxon's KDA is absolutely smashed at this point. And yeah, we should be ready to go into Caster's desk.
Okay, so second game quicker than the first. ATK stepping up a little bit on that one. Good job to them. What do we think of MVP? Like, any in particular that stood out to you? I think Neutron did pretty well second game.
It's only 2 games. Yeah, it's rough. It's because it's only 2 games. I want to say, like, first game it was hard, that bot lane, disgusting. But game 2, Neutron was absolutely smurfing, just playing so well. 0 deaths up until the fountain entry.
True. So overall MVP, what are we thinking? I mean, Neutron did really well second game. I'm trying to think of what he did first game. If it doesn't really come to mind, it obviously wasn't MVP worthiness.
Heckram, but I think it was like just such a wombo comp that it's like everyone gets credit. You know, there was an Orianna ulti, and Orianna ulti, there was a Gnaw ulti, and he was just pretty much doing.
I don't know. You're the guy kind of rolled in the first game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was a bit of a roll, especially the bot lane.
So I think definitely it's gotta be one of the bot lane players, and Clax kind of sprinted towards the early stages of the second game, getting solo killed. Well, I guess 2v2'd.
The Sara was pretty pogs.
I'm thinking Unique for the MVP.
Yeah, I definitely think Unique is gonna be getting the MVP there, and hopefully we shall have someone for you in the post game in just a little bit. Yeah, super great game. I'm surprised we didn't have 3 games. There was a chance that this one could have gone.
You were surprised that we didn't have a third game?
Yeah, I was keen to have one, and I feel like if we can actually just get like slightly better drafts from Zion, that would be the biggest thing for me. Like the Aurelia did relatively well, actually, to my surprise. I was expecting less, but she got a solo kill once, almost got a solo kill 2 or 3 other times, and just wasn't quite having the value with the ultis and team fights. And again, triple AD at the end of the day, you just get out damage because they stop building tank.
100% right. Let's see if we can get through 2 plays for the post game. I'm just gonna read them into the channel.
Yeah, they'll be joining us in just a second.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome.
Live, guys.
How's it?
All right, congrats on the series win. We've got who exactly in the channel with us? Who's here for the post game?
Unique and Kiddo.
Kiddo who? I don't remember Kiddo on the ATK roster.
I'm
Kiddo
KDO. I am the coach for ATK Arena.
Very cool.
The whole arena.
The whole arena, yeah.
Right, so I mean, Unique, if you don't already know, MVP of the series. Congrats, well played.
Thank you.
Okay, right, going through into the series, what were your guys' expectations? Quick 2 for 0. Did it go according to plan?
Well, Brett wasn't playing Tristan, so quick 2 for 0 was on the table. Yeah, whenever Brett's playing Trist, it's kind of things get rough.
Saw the Yasuo hover second game. Got excited for a second, but not quite locked in, unfortunately.
Yeah. In all seriousness, yeah, quick 2 for 0 is what we expected. I think we're playing quite well as a team. Our drafts are pretty on point, I'd say.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I agree. I think your drafts are on point. It's looking like at least C-level drafts. You know exactly what the good priority picks are. We're seeing the Oriana picks that are looking absolutely amazing. I love the Oriana pick. The Victor pick also, like, I feel like your mid laners are just the top tier mid laners that we'd like to see. Your junglers are also the great junglers that we want to see. The Udias absolutely popped off, and yeah, just absolutely beautiful.
Right. So, Kiddo, what are you helping with the draft, or what exactly are you offering for this team?
Yeah, so I've basically, to put into perspective, I've basically got them on a leash, and I basically tell them what they're playing.
Okay.
I'll ask for a little bit of input. So I'll say, for example, I'll say, Clax, you can choose between these two champs. Tell me which one you want to play, and that's how it works. And then when we lose, it's not my fault. So.
All right. Very cool.
Can't take full credit.
So, talking about the Senna Scion, have you guys practiced that before? Is that something you just decided to play at the moment, or what was the thought behind those picks?
I mean, I think Senna is just broken.
Agreed.
Because the thing is, with Senna, you can just play anything with it. So, for example, whether you can ban Tom Kench and, I don't know, Cho'Gath, that's kind of what people play mostly. But then you can still play Zillion, you can still play Sion, you can play whatever you want with it. So long story short, just take Senna out the equation, in my opinion. Because the champ just free scales. Obviously, whatever you pair with it free scales as well. So it's kind of like, you know, it's just annoying to play against.
Yeah. And I mean, we saw the Cho'Gath ban came out, and I was like, I had a feeling it was the Cho'Gath ban for the Senna fasting, and I was like, why not just ban the Senna? Because if you ban the Senna, Cho'Gath bot lane is not happening. Yeah, maybe just not sure. I think the ATK rosters, or the design roster is slightly less experienced with drafting, or maybe they didn't have a coach like you guys do, and that's probably making a big difference.
Right, so Kiddo, how's Crane coming along in the team? I mean, he's filling some big shoes. Is he making some progress?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's filled in nicely, to be honest. I don't believe we've dropped the map in an official game yet, if I'm not mistaken. So I wouldn't say he's looked out of place at all, to be honest. I'm, you know, not to sound cocky, but
are there any teams
me,
in particular that you guys are concerned about dropping maps?
Well, I wasn't here the other day, but apparently they beat Big 5 2-0, so no, not really.
Looking strong. I like it. Very cool. All right, Tankers, anything from your side?
Yeah, no, that's great. I like the Senna picks as well. What did I want to say? It was super interesting that I was curious about, actually. Yeah, Crane being caught on the side lanes happening twice, once in game 1 and once in game 2. Do you think that's something you can work on? Also, ADHD dying so many times at in top lane as the Gnar. Anything to say to that, kiddo? For the team members?
I think it might just be a bit of you know, just not boredom, but just they losing concentration. I think if the game had high stakes, so that those small small mistakes at least, but stupid mistakes wouldn't be happening. But that is something to look at and to learn from. You know, that's the thing with League. The thing with League is you'll never have a perfect game. You always mess up somewhere along the line. So you can take something from every game. And those two things is something that can be taken. One of multiple things that can be taken, but yeah, that's something we'll have a look at.
And unique from your perspective, anything particularly you noticed with the opposing side, what they could potentially work on? Anything that stood out to you that was a bit interesting?
Well, like I can't talk for the entire map, but like bot lane specifically, I feel like in the Thresh Jinx lane, when we're playing Senna Zillion, I'm pretty sure they can win that 2v2.
Yeah,
like
especially early.
They should really be pressuring that. If you're picking Thresh, right, then like you don't just pick Thresh to like play on the back foot. Like you gotta have a reason. And majority of the time it's to like play aggressive early and build leads and snowball the game. And if you're picking Thresh and that's not happening and you're playing into a Zillion, which is like extremely hard for Thresh to play into past 6.
Yeah.
You've got this champion that's really strong early game, but gets hard counted post 6. And you're losing the early game as well. So you've picked this not useless, but not using Thresh to the full potential, right?
Those are better picks if you're gonna play that playstyle. 100% agree
Yeah,
with you.
exactly. Yeah. So if they were gonna play that way the entire time, they might as well go on for something like, I don't know, like Lulu or something that just scales. I don't know.
Yep.
So kind of hit your windows on your champions and
Yeah.
Know your strengths.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely think that's great advice for the side of Zion. Yeah, we mentioned that as well in the game. It was one thing that I think would have made a bit of a difference because I mentioned that once that, I mean, you got to a point where you Hecarim, unique Hecarim on a Hecarim and Klax, you guys never died because Zillion was just. It didn't matter. They had a catch comp, but they couldn't catch anyone because Zillion would just ulti. And it's like you said, after 6, Zillion just hard wins. And,
Yeah. I mean, the matchup becomes like extremely difficult for Thresh to play because if he ever commits to like a hook or something and Zillion ultis, then Thresh just dies and Zillion ultis whoever Thresh hooked. So what is supposed to be like a kill for the Thresh ends up being like a death and a free kill.
Yeah. Great. Appreciate the advice. I hope they take that to heart. And I really also just think slight draft things would be a big difference as well, like the 3 ADs. Just a bit of a surprise. But other than that, really happy. I think it was a great series and both people showed up.
Yeah, ATK is setting the boss, so all the other teams need to try and step up. And in this case, we can see a couple of things for Zion to potentially work on for the future. But every team needs to make progress and make changes and whatnot. So, guys, Kiddo, Unique, any shout outs to players, anybody that maybe came through to watch you guys play today? Well, not Kiddo, but you know.
This is normally Pete's
thing. This is
where
Pete shines, isn't it? All the sponsors. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know all the sponsors.
Not so much. More players, not sponsors. We had an issue with that before. Anyone in chat, in particular?
Timby, manager. I don't know if Eban's in there.
Yeah, I think he is. I mean, from my side, just shout out to actual ATK as a whole. I actually haven't really spoken to them. I think the tournament itself is really good. What they're doing for the scene, they really are trying their best to grow the scene, which I'm sure all of us are appreciative. However you say that, sorry, my English is a bit butchered. But
got it.
Yep, that's it from my side. And then obviously to everyone tuning in, every viewer makes the scene grow, doesn't it? So yeah, and then obviously to you casters as well, taking the time to cast the games. So yeah,
we love our jobs.
Thanks,
what can you say? And also thank you to Elgato and MSI for making the broadcast possible. And we hope you enjoyed this group stage matchup in the Mercedes-Benz ATK League of Legends Champions Series. And join us on Sunday for another match.
Yeah, 8 p.m. 100%. Guys, thanks for coming through for the first game, and congrats again on the series victory.
Cool.
Yeah,
thanks.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Right, so series done and dusted, 2-0, ATK taking it first cast for the ATK side, and showing us why they are on paper the #1 team in SA. Obviously, we'll have to see what happens. We've had a couple of stomps, ATK apparently 2-0-ing the likes of B5, which is one of those top tier teams that we should see trying to contest them, but gotta keep in mind B5 kind of newish roster. They're making changes, they're swapping their chopping, so we should see hopefully some improvements from them in the future, but nonetheless, that's everything from my side. Tankers, any closing thoughts?
Sunday.
Yeah, 100%. See you guys Sunday. Oh, that's the wrong scene. Look for the repeats. You've got to be careful. He gets Mega. Wait out the Mega, then look for the attempt. Neutron mid lane, onslaught shadows in the back, pushing him towards Crane. We have the shockwave connection. Neutron a little bit low. Zan just not having the damage, as we do have that first blood finally coming through. Top lane, Senna assist for the shield at least. Is that a house?
What's house?
He's got a friend and he's waiting in the shroud. Rest in peace, ADHD. That's gonna be now Zion finding their first kill neutralized as Jack forced to peach his way out of that one. Unfortunately,
but there's a hack room.
The dredge line.
There's a hack room coming.
Oh, Pete. Neutron still sitting on the side of the shadows. There is going to be the red side TV looking to try join. It's going to be Brand back at it again, receiving the stun instantly. Clax looking to bring damage. It's going to be enough. The heal, no, Unique finds himself that cheeky kill. Just able to escape the baby cages. The turret split push continues. We can kind of see ADHD starting to fall further behind now in terms of gold because he's looking to play for the team instead. Dark side, no hook yet again. Wisp, 3-man self, Shockwave, Crane do the best that he can, but he just will not be able to get away as the turret is turned off.
Oh my piece.
Sleep's gonna be into the Everfrost, the guaranteed pin. Onslaught just for the kill. I mean, Neutron is looking to play for KDA now as he finds himself his second kill. Ever top lane finally, tier 1 does drop. ADHD not able to dodge the stun. Zan finds himself the solo as bot lane tier 2 traded for the mid tier 2 as well. The shield not going to be enough to keep him alive. The flip is there. The volley bear steal is going to be buried over the Zion as Resurrection does come through. Crane a little bit low, but he has no shockwave just yet. 15 seconds left on the timer. Wisp is down. Zan V3, but they're all low. The stun connection into the double. And ATK will be Neutron finding the kill. Trap connection. Do they have the damage? The Resurrection says no. Unfortunately, Megadeth Rockets. Clack stepping forward. No. He has the range, but does he have the hands?
Clack smurfing here. Is
1v1?
Oh, double kill. Mancakes keep
playing out of turrets. Don't lose anybody. Means that ATK are late to this rotation for the Baron. They had 15 seconds when they all based and looked for the reset. Now, Mancake stepping towards Dark Side. Finally finding the hook, but it's going to be a Mega Knock coming through just a second. There he is. Does he find the big backline stun? He does. 2-man locked against the wall. Dark Side. First one, Medina's the shockwave from the side. Crane going huge. And ATK finding multiple.
Yeah, I'd love to see actually the Oriana matchup there, but
oh, hello.
Pete
jumping forward. The damage, the DPS, the tickle, the talk, and the ignite. No Q will not be enough. Just too late as we do have the first blood bot lane. Good job.
That's exactly.
Locked in the air. He's forced to flash up, but the follow through is going to be there. Unique for the chase. The dark side speed, but a ward placement. The sniper, he has the angles. And he does not find the skill shot, unfortunately, because like math, it's hard. Neutron, on the other hand, flashing forward the last auto. Rest in peace, 2 kills back in favor of ATK. Looking for the Clax kill with a hit or miss. It's going to be Pete, in this case, finding him off his first kill, actually, as Pete sends ATK back to the Shadow Realm now. Udio topside, you playing weak side, man kicks. You don't need to look for the 1v1, but the disdain, just though the angle's not going to be there. They both flash on the spot. What?
And we
like Pancake, but just no, he does not want to go into the turret, so ATK making sure that he positions slightly further down, and it worked out. Both kind of just flopping around at the flash as the mid lane fight does come through. It's going to be the Vang. God,
oh no!
Flash, no solo Crane survive.
Super sick combo. If you haven't seen it, it's that top lane.
To win, finds the knockup, but he's going to be dropped below the threshold. Looking for the recast. Fear Beyond Death. Come back to Mancakes as we do have the solo kill. It's not mid lane. It's ADHD dying in the 1v1 top. It's ADHD dying in the 1v1 top.
Yeah, and the difference there was actually that we just get the ulti there landing. Ooh, flash.
Zan.
Mid lane.
The damage, gravity field not finding this one, but he will be on the turret, and he's got Neutron for the cleanup crew.
Bear slaps.
First game? No, it was the first kill on this game. He's just there to clean up, and then mid lane again. So right place, right time, kind of jungler.
Yeah, and that's super great. Revolve mid lane actually trading again.
It's gonna be
Wisp so
this time, right?
Field.
You get a gank from the jungler. I get a gank from the jungler.
We have a 6-3 ATK right. Zion right now is really just Wisp. Wisp is actually ganking and getting things done this game.
The flanker really, the teleport into that unstoppable rest in peace Darkside as he does. Just get caught off the punish. That's what happens if you do not clear the ward behind you. You're in a really, really bad spot. Zan.
Yeah, and already doesn't have ulti.
Oh no, Mancakes. Do they get the double the second? ADHD finds himself for that first kill. As mid lane, we should see Shelly coming through to join the party for the 4-man mid lane siege. Man,
wow, that was a max range style.
With time, so if he gets free kills, you're basically gifting him that early attempt at a smite. Steal, the red team so close, but just no cigar. Wisp now stuck in the put as he does have the flash to try to get out. He gets away. Clax repeats. As you'll have what it takes. Somebody heal to the point of the flash. Dan, the backline is going to be Wisp bringing through the Thunder Pause. It's the Panda. His ADHD just able to survive long enough, not finding damage to get the kill as Wukong now down. First member, second member actually down. Clax is out of here as well, as it's actually going to be Zion finding themselves the T5 victory. This is so good for them.
And again, we have Crane.
Finds 2 Shield coming through the red side teleport yet again, just looking to try help out as ATK a little bit low on both jungle and top lane. Pete, however, in a bad spot. The flash key looking for the knockup. It will be there into the stun chain. CC, rest in peace.
Yeah, like you need to be landing those Qs to be putting out as much DPS as the Senna. Wisp. Level 11 to level 13, taking the fight with the bear.
He thinks he's tanky. He's dropped the half, but Newnar is putting so much damage with the help of Klax. Popcorn, you go right, I go left. Here comes the unstoppable. Oh, rest in peace.
Wisp.
Get through, but he does always walk his way out of that one. Unique, just trying to create as much pressure as he can as a Baron attempt for the Ezreal steal. No. Red team secure on our blue side, looking to break through the teleport yet again. Mancake's here for the fight, but it's going to be a 3v4. Where is Pete?
I mean, where's Crane is the real question.
It doesn't even matter. In the for the flank, Dragon is yet to be started. The disdain is there. Mancakes for the damage. Steps around Unique knockups. He will not find anybody with Klax. On the other hand, giving the entirety of ATK such a massive shield. That's already now down. First member, rest in peace. Mancake's the next to go as the full.
Pete also missing Qs on top of that. Absolutely getting emoted.
Oh no, they want us, Pete.
Pete forced the flash out. Means you will not have that for the next fight as they just find the knockup. And Pete is just repositioning for the trade. Unique with the cheeky tank.
Wow. Yeah, this is tragic. This is what happens when you play 380 champs. Don't play 380 champs. Don't be that guy
Topside,
in people's silicky games.
We need some form of AP in the draft.
We have no AD, or we have no AP.
Oh, the American Sniper!
Lucian.
He's recalling on a ward! Cake's just trying to work his way out, but he will not be allowed to. ADHD finding the first kill, but it's going to be Volley Bear down as well. Wisp, rest in peace to the respawn. Godlike. Pete, Cakes, and Wisp or dead. Zan finds himself a cheeky shutdown as he does dash through the team, but.
Yeah, I just feel like, if anything, this combo should be getting like full men shields. That should be. And also these team fights are just really odd as well. Feels like don't even know what to call it. Ooh, another American sniper
full screen replay by mistake?
Can we replay that one as well?
Red TP looking to join. It's going to be signed, but it's a bit of a tricky position. He needs to find the ultimate unstoppable. Two-man knockup. Crane is here. He has items. He has damage. The backline was bringing through the thunder, but just not going to have enough. There's no lightning at the end of those pulls. And Neutron, the dark side, rest in peace.